All right, let's get started. Wait, is it streaming? Let me check. Sing. Not seeing it on my YouTube page. Hmm. Hash is here. Is first. He's very first. Hello. The movie studio says hey. There it goes. Now I see it on my page. Superior Cyber Godzilla says hi. XB World. All right. Hello, everybody. So our winner for the poll was Quagmire bowing. So I made this, oops, basically like a little doodle for how I want the motion to go. Merrick Reyes says hi. Hash says, I love your videos. Thank you, Hash. All right. So yeah, I made basically just a simple frame by frame animation, just like a sketch for someone bowing down. XB World says that they have a channel. That's neat. I have one too. Don't we all have channels? All right, so now that I have this doodle, I am going to take my Quagmire asset and I'm going to use this as a guide. Should I just give this a name? Worship animation doodle. Jalen says lucky Quagmire. Lord Adrian's here. Giggity giggity. She is going to be Steppity. Actually, someone mentioned the other day, like, what if with her other foot she stepped on Cleveland's house, and it did that joke where it's like, now, 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 now. That would be pretty funny. I'm surprised y'all didn't want Quagmire's head to explode. That would have been way more fun to animate. Maybe a little easier. But this was the poll winner. Have you ever heard of One Piece? Yes. And I'm not a big fan of it, I'm afraid. Even with all the sizing material they give us. I tried watching it with a friend at their behest. Got pretty far. Got up to the New World. Not the New World. Not even the... Is it the New World? With Shirahoshi? I guess it's a merfolk world. But, yeah. I just started losing interest in it. That's supposed to be Lois. Will there be a part 2 of Brawl Stars as Sipo? Or is that Kippo? There might be. That one was actually commissioned by someone on our Patreon. So it really depends on them. Hello, Jupiter Rex 13. No, you're not late. All right. Are you no longer uploading on Fridays? Asks Duo Cries Official. I'm afraid not. I've been I've been trying to wind things a little bit down for the channel, just make it easier on myself. I'll try to do some more shorts sometime, but no plans for that anytime soon. It just took up so much time. And my friends have been telling me that I need to give more time for myself, you know. I didn't even have time for video games when I was doing my more intense schedule. What animation was the biggest a character has ever grown? I'm gonna say Jackie so far from the 200,000 subscribers milestone video that we did, or it might have been Supergirl from the Batacalypse animation we did. She got pretty big in that one. I don't think we've had anyone on this channel yet outgrow the solar system, but that might change. Oh, actually, we were talking about me and a few of my friends. We were watching that Spacecation movie. I think it's called Spacecation. Big Big City Greens channel, Disney Channel movie, and like they have a lot of outer space backgrounds in that one, and they have like some evil industry corporation called Big Tech. So maybe in the future I'll do something with a Big City Greens character getting like really huge because of some big tech shenanigans. Either Nancy or Gloria. Not sure who. And the name just writes itself. Something like Bigger City Green. Also, why does Jackie look like 24? Just full fledged. Random guy, that might be something to do with the fact that she's, part Titan. That she's Titan. Hash. Yeah, I'm not going to stop you from making donations. Oh, your brother watched the movie? That was a pretty fun movie. All right, let's see. So this is going to be more or less like a frame by frame kind of deal, more or less. So basically just moving the assets that I've made into position. Takes some time. A bit that needs to be redrawn and whatnot. I might not need this arm. Hash is asking, who's your favorite cartoon character? I've answered this quite a few times, and I think I've given a different answer every time. I was gonna pick a favorite cartoon character today. Uh, Maybe it's Jorgen von Strangle from the Fairly Odd Parents reboot. He's pretty great. I've also mentioned this. I like that they modeled him after the what Arnold Schwarzenegger currently looks like. Gave him like a little stubbly beard. I like to scramble the fairies. I don't know why I love that line. It's just so great. And he likes to make fun of Hazel for being short for her size. My words, not his. Yeah, Jorgen's pretty hilarious. It feels like with this show they haven't missed a beat with the returning cast. And if you haven't seen it, Timmy does like odd jobs around in the cartoon. I think he was working on a movie set, but I think he's mostly like the janitor at the school. It'll be interesting if there's some episodes with him where he was the focus, middle-aged Timmy Turner. Maybe reconnecting with the love of his life, whoever that would be at this point in time. Renegade. Also, there's a big difference between youth and being fully fledged mature. Oh, that's from the comment about Jackie earlier. That's a dude. He's job at a movie production and pizza place. He was at a pizza place. I might not have seen that episode. Yeah, good for Timmy. Also, the mascot I've noticed on that show is at this school. It's like an angry squirrel. They modeled it after Timmy Turner. Kind of cute. All right, let's see how this is looking. All right, it's getting there. It's gonna take seconds to animate. Yep, that's animation for you. It takes time, and that's part of the reason why I like doing this so much. Live streaming animation, because it lets you all see just all the time and effort that is required. And it's quite a bit. That does not look right. I apologize for this. Could lower the head a little bit. These animations, the characters usually grow until they reach the next size. I feel like there could be a bit of diversity. I try to keep things different. I don't want everything to stay like, I don't want to do the same thing like 30 times. Always looking to use new characters, try new things. If I'm going to do something I've done a bunch of times, like make a character shrink or grow or whatever, I'll try and change it up a bit. I like to keep things interesting. All right. So yeah, doing a lot of cutting, pasting, redrawing. Takes some time, but the fact that I'm just re redrawing or repositioning like this existing Quagmire asset does make my job a little bit easier, and easier than if I would was to be making like 20 individual drawings. Ronald's here. Well, hot giggity. No, he's not gonna touch the foot. He's just going to appreciate it from afar. It is his god now. A god thing. I've heard that term used in a fantasy novel to describe this underground group of monsters that were worshiping basically a giant brain. I think they might have been mind flayers. And of course, attacking the giant brain resulted in all the mind flayers having a terrible headache. Good stuff. Ghost Spider, Earth Dimension 7376S. What happened to the Mandy video? Was there a Mandy video? Was I not informed about a Mandy video? Mooney the cave poo. Aw. You proud? Are you proud? I don't know how to answer that. Yes? You really did this time. You really did it. Okay. I don't know if you're being serious or not with the name like Mooney the Cave Poo. Do you celebrate Rainbow Flag? I celebrate Rainbow Flag. All right. You're doing a beautiful job, man, says Benny Shoulders Gaming Shorts. Thank you, Benny. Rory Ocelot says it's Pride Month. Yep. Yep, it is. This arm looks weird. To bring it in more. And try. First, don't need this part right here. Oh, might need to redraw that hand too. Are you going to do Pride shorts? Not planning on doing that this month, but I did want to do a compilation of Luz and Amity videos for October, when I believe that's Pride History Month. Had a funny idea. I wanted to do like since it's October, like do a Carrie parody with Amity and Luz at Grom, and someone drops Titan blood on Luz. Have her turn into a giant Titan. That would be fun. I still have to do an Attack on Titan parody sometime. So many parodies I want to do. Rory Ocelot says polyamorous. Or is that polyamorous? Can you imagine if Pride Rock had celebrated Pride Month? I'm sure someone's I'm sure someone's painted a rainbow on Pride Rock, if Disney hasn't. Oh my god! Yesterday I was talking with a friend, Blondie, about that they were bringing back uh, Gravity Falls, and he was mentioning to me apparently that the cops on in Gravity Falls, that they were supposed to be like a gay couple, but I guess that didn't fly with Disney. Um, and the creator of Gravity Falls, I think it's is it Alex Hirsch? Is that his name? I guess he got really upset with Disney about that. That they pretend to be like very supportive of LGBT, but on their channel not so much. Um, but yeah, he was mentioning how things have changed with Disney. Like, one of their most popular shows was Owl House, but he was saying that Alex Hirsch was supposed to be the first one that was supposed to have an openly gay couple on the channel. All right, there's some political talk it seems on the chat. Gonna do something for by September this year. Um, I might if I have enough material for it. I think last time I had a lot of people on on our Patreon who asked for muscly stuff. So it's like, oh, why not I just make a little compilation of this stuff for by September. So we'll see. Characters can start growing in bursts. Yeah, Jupiter. Like I said, I try to do different things with different projects. Somewhat has to do with how I'm feeling, but could also be like I saw a scene and it inspired me, kind of a deal. It's like, oh, I haven't done this before. I haven't done this kind of animation before. Let me give it a try. And that's kind of why I have a playlist for of that kind of stuff on the channel. Gives me some ideas sometimes. Duo Cries says I watched Owl House. I let everyone watched it. It was such a good show. Oh, I made his foot too small. Let me fix that. All right. It's coming along, I think. It's going to take time, but it's coming along. All right. Need a new arm shape for this. Gonna make it like kind of curvy. See how that looks. Well, I'm bored. How do you think I feel? This stuff takes time. Jupiter Rex. I know what you're talking about. Like I said, I have to be inspired. But I'll try to do it sometime. Kind of depends also how lazy I am. Like it's usually just easy, super easy to just scale it up and just do it like that. I try not to be lazy. I really do. I see Ivone Ramallo with a bunch of skulls and crying and the ugh whatever emoticon. That growth style would be perfect fit in digital circus. You know what? Um, yeah, if I did a straight up Alice in Wonderland parody, I think there might be enough characters in Amazing Digital Circus for an Alice in Wonderland parody. Blondie might be busy. Let's see. We got a Mad Hatter. We have someone who can be Alice, which would be Ragatha or Pomni. Um, I guess Kinger could be like the queen, even though he already has a queen. But regardless, Benny, what's up, Doc? Not much. What's up with you? Yeah, you could just straight up be the king of hearts. Though it's usually the queen of hearts that gets anything done, plot wise. What with her beheadings and whatnot. I don't know if the king of hearts did a lot in the book. I know he was kind of useless in the animated movie. I guess the little bubble guy could be like the Cheshire Cat. He already has that big goofy grin. Yeah, if I decide to do more with Amazing Digital Circus, I just have a hard time. I probably have to do a poll to see who y'all would prefer to see getting big. between Pomni and Ragatha. Though Ragatha already does kind of wear what Alice wears, blue dress and whatnot. Jax is the Marcher. Oh yeah, yeah. They line up perfectly for an Alice in Wonderland parody. Let's see how that's looking. All right, it's getting there. Poke Gaming. Okay, I'm out. Goodbye, Pokey. We'll miss you. Have you ever seen the new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire movie? Not yet. Heard it didn't do too good in the box office. Uh, People have been talking about new, what is it called? Bad Boys movie. My friends have, and my brother have been talking about Furiosa. Decent movie, but they're not like big fans of prequels. I don't know anyone who is. I think I've talked about Frozen Empire before. I think I mentioned that it reminds me of Tropical Freeze, that one Donkey Kong game. Kind of a weird choice. Kind of upset because I've heard that the original pitch long time ago when they were making trying to make a new Ghostbusters movie was to make something where it's like hell, something goes wrong with hell, like hell opens up on earth and it's like all these souls of the damned running around or flying around. That would be kind of cool. I'd watch that movie. I get kind of like a hell frozen over vibe from Frozen Empire. I have one thing to say. He's Quagmire, Quagmire, giggity giggity goo. Hello, Quentin. Mimi McGill is here. Hi, Mimi. Christopher Wilkinson says you look amazing. You talking to Quagmire? Maybe these are too many frames. Might want to remove some of these really quick. Just want to do a quick look. I think this is going to be too slow otherwise. Pomni equals Alice. Personality. Ragatha equals Alice. Clothes. I see what you mean. So it comes down to are we picking who's Alice based on the costume that they're wearing or based on like how they act? If you're making that argument, I'd definitely go with Pomni then. And where I'm casting my vote. Let's see how this is looking. All right, got a Neil going. Hmm. Needs to be a little bit more smooth. It's getting there. Yeah, I'll consider that whenever I do a month of Alice in Wonderland stuff. Been wanting to do something like that. I don't think I've uh, done a Alice in Wonderland banner for the channel yet either. So that may be an idea for next month. Someone was asking me yesterday why we're not responding to comments as much anymore on the channel, and it's kind of a way just to encourage more people to drop in for a live stream. Leave your ideas here or discuss things. Quentin, yes, I want to make it the literal thing so that hopefully YouTube doesn't get mad at me. This is his religion. Pomni's Digital Wonderland Adventure. Or just Pomni in Wonderland. If Pomni wasn't, not Pomni, if Ragatha wasn't Alice, then what character would she be? That's the real question. Jeremy Whitehead says, "Who else but Quagmire? He's Quagmire, Quagmire." I know, Quentin. I know. Uh, I need to make a side view for Quagmire's head. After I finish this, I'll post this in community for anyone who just wants a little animation of Quagmire bowing. We are not worthy. Hey, maybe I should give him tears in his eyes. It's like beautiful to him. That's true, Quentin. I'm surprised people have been as careful as they have been so far. Animation Rookie. While watching all your tutorials in order, hopefully know how to make a full video. Um, I think most of my videos are just giving tips on how to make these videos, but for a full video, it would require a little bit more than that. What kind of issues are you having so far, Animation Rookie? SMG4. What's SMG4? But yeah, to get a full video done, um, I definitely need to do like a tutorial for how to make something from start to finish. Like, all right, now you're finished with your scenes, how to export it into a video that you can put on YouTube or whatever. So far, I think it's mostly just tips for how to do stuff on with Adobe Animate. And as I've mentioned before, I'm I'm mostly self-taught when it comes to animate. So I'd say these videos are more for someone who is going to be a self learner, self teacher, and uh, is just going to sort of play around with the software and figure things out on their own. And this is just sort of to give you some, some hints and tips. Like, oh, here's what this tool does. Here's what this tool does. Super Mario 64. Oh, of course. Yep, I've played that game. Passed it, got all the stars. Found Yoshi, which was disappointing because you don't get to ride around on him. But yeah, I played me some Mario. Getting close. He's already prostrating himself. Is that how? Is that what the word is? Prostrate. Yeah. And there's some tools I haven't really used before, so doing these might encourage me to take a look at some of the tools I haven't tried out and try and figure them out, see how I can use them in my videos. But so far, I've mostly been getting by with simple color guides, simple tools for drawing, simple effects like with the camera, just really basic stuff. That would be Lois. This is a continuation of uh, the other scene that I worked on with giant Lois growing out of the house. Someone thought it was Meg, but I think maybe it's because I made the ankle too big. Though I think for Meg, her ankle and calf combined. What's the name for it? I don't remember. I know some people have asked about a giant Meg so she could get some good old fashioned revenge. A lot of people like Meg, even though everyone on the show is always being mean to her. Think you'll ever use advanced tools for your videos? If I do more advanced stuff, I'll give it a try. I always like to better myself when I can. Be more knowledgeable. Nothing wrong with that. You overuse though. Oh, sorry, just sort of concentrating on these frames here. Want to make it look really smooth. I don't like that skip his foot does there. How did I miss that? Sometimes I ignore it if it's like just a very short animation that probably won't get a lot of attention. Nice, that's looking much better. So does this mean that there will be a digital circus in Wonderland animation? I'm strongly considering it right now. It might be the next live stream animation that I do. Not for this month, but for next month, perhaps. I don't want to promise y'all something and then not deliver on it. It always comes down to just how am I feeling? What am I in the mood for this month? Let's see. Someone was commenting the other day that they were pretty impressed with how focused I get, making sure every little point is lined up right. But I think that's just a typical artist thing, you know. When you're really when you really want to make something look good, you'll you'll take care to make it look nice. I have at times when I'm exporting a new project, a new animation for the channel. I'll go back and like double check scenes to make sure that there aren't any big errors. Though sometimes I'll let an error or two slip if I'm like getting a little tired. It's like, I don't want to have to render this again. Let's see. All right. Now, now I can copy and paste some of the other frames here. So that makes my job a little bit easier. Mostly just small adjustments now. Fresh cup of Joe. That would be Lois. Final question. Does the money you get from Patreon members improve your content? Like allow us to use tools you couldn't use before? No. I would say our Patreon currently is mostly for for patrons who have their own ideas. They want to get them out there. That's like the best way to, um, you know, to get some content that they want specifically tailored to their needs or interests. Um, but yeah, it does help the channel overall. Gives me more time for animating and such. But yeah, if you want to subscribe to our Patreon, I'd say that's mostly if you have like your own ideas, your own characters that you want to see drawn. Um, yeah, check out our Patreon for that. Blondie's here. 1 hour has passed. Thank you, Blondie. Getting very close to finished with this. Charles Buchanan, how are you doing? Hi, Charles. What is this? This is Quagmire. He likes feet. It's a well established dynamic on Family Guy. Chris Flores, you want Amy Rose or Kitty Catswell? I've done something with Kitty Catswell's mom. Doesn't that count? A lot of love for Amy. I think people will get mad if I did something with Tails instead, which is what I've been heavily leaning on. No worries, Charles. There's no such thing as being late for especially for what we're doing here. All this insanity. Did miss some things, like our discussion of Pomini. Did I do this one already? Thought I did this one. Let me see. Yeah, what's this supposed to be? Where's the straight up hands? There it is. And wackiness from our childhood. That's right, Cup of Joe. All right, let me see how that looks. Maybe I'll have him linger here a little bit. Let's see. All right, I'm liking this. I'm digging this, Daddy-O. You dig, Daddy-O? The modern kids don't understand. That's right, it's the children who are wrong. I have a few friends who really love the classic cartoons. Like I got them into wacky races, like the classic Hanna Barbera one, not the reboot from a few years ago. They really loved it. They like that classic humor. They did not care as much for the reboot. Lila says, "Do the full video, please." It's gonna take time, Lila. Please trust me. I am the stuff that I've worked on here before, like the Sandy Cheeks video. That is in production. I'm just doing some of the boringer stuff that probably most of y'all wouldn't care to see for an animation stream. I try to do like the more fun, interesting scenes for y'all. Like right now for the Sandy Cheeks one, I'm working on her being at the shake. What is it called? Kelp Shake Shack. Making an order for the kelp shake, but instead, um, since they're out of kelp shake, the guy just puts the kelp grow in her drink, imagining it would be the same thing. But yeah, I'm working on these. It takes time, as you can see. Clash of Clans video. Yeah, I'm working on that one too. That one's actually something a patron has been asking about on our Patreon. Every month they're asking for more scenes for that. So you could help them. Go to our Patreon. Join the correct tier and you could get more Clasharama stuff. Or Clash of Clans. No, Clasharama is the cartoon, I think. Alright, so I have most of the frames done. I'm just sort of going back and making minor improvements. Bendy and the Ink Machine. All the scarier stuff that I just have never gotten interested in. I'm sorry. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty great movie. Let's see. I think this is coming along pretty good. I'm sorry, Chris. I don't know why those games just never appealed to me. I try not to follow like trends that I'm not interested in. So Blondie did give me an idea recently for doing an ASMR video with a giant character. I think that would be pretty funny. Just need to think of a good, quiet character to do the ASMR. So it's like they're giant, they're trying to do ASMR, but it ends up like being super loud. Hi, Lewis. Who else but Quagmire? I don't think I need this anymore. And let's see. We have him do it a few times. And how does it look with multiple Quagmires? Actually, this is something I can show you all. Let me prep it up. So when you have the same graphic like I have here, 4 different graphics, they're all going to be doing the same thing at the same time, like that. But one thing you can do is click on it, go to properties, pick for where it says frame picker, first frame, it's usually 1. You can switch that to a slightly different frame. And now their movement will be different, so it's not 100% completely synchronized. How many frames is this? 73? Should make this 73 frames then. Possibly, Lewis. Yeah, there's a quantum thing going on here. Oops, looks like he's touching. No touching allowed, Quagmire. I'm barely even certain this will fly with YouTube as it is. But we will see. I'm seeing double over here. 4 Quagmires. All right. So this scene isn't 100% over yet. I still need to draw Quagmire's room here. An animation of Lois's giant foot just falling out of the sky. But I got the animation that you all wanted. The reaction you thought was most appropriate for Quagmire. So I'll leave with this. I'll take a look real quick to see if there are any more comments I could quickly answer. But other than that, pretty much done today. Thank you, Lewis. Lewis, who would you prefer to be Alice in Wonderland? Would you prefer Pomni or Ragatha? If you're still there. So I'll definitely make that a poll. I have a lot of polls that I need to do. I think the Digital Circus Wonderland scene should be inspired by the 1999 Alice in Wonderland. Which one's the 1999? I'd have to look into that one. Is that the one where she's in a pink dress? Agatha, she has the dress. Yes, Lewis, she has the dress, but Pomni has that Alice in Wonderland personality. Crash Bandicoot. You know what, Fresh Cup of Joe? I've recently been getting into the Crash Bandicoot series, so I might look into it. I've mostly been getting into it from scenes I've seen with Engine and a remix I've seen with Neo Cortex. That's like, I just love it. Uh, but yeah, I might play the games. I might get into them and maybe do some more stuff with them on the channel. The one where she's dressed in yellow. I'll have to study that one. Oppenheimer. Well, look at that. 4 Quagmires are doing a thing. Yep. And Benny just says, "It's a me, Mario." I think I'll leave off on that. Thank you everyone for dropping in. This has been weird, but I love it. Uh, talk to y'all later. I might do another animation stream tomorrow, so check us out for that. Have a nice day, and I'll see you when I see ya.